In the previous Potemayo video, we already talked about scene establishment and development built throughout the first episode. It's even uniquely different from modern anime, which mostly adopt a rapid pacing concept. In this anime, the passage of time feels very calm and slow. Because nowadays anime has a skibidi fast rotation of time from the character's perspective, moving from day to night, then a few days later, with fast pacing riz. And the best riz to wear with Japanese style is live in my store. Because this is one of the sweet watermelons you can wear with a vibe of enjoying the day. If you remember what we talked about in the previous video, scene establishment and development, especially the introduction, are already established in the first episode. This indicates that if you jump straight into the second episode without getting to know the characters, you won't reach the level 10 aura. Because the goal of episode 1 as a scene establishment is to help you catch the comedy in the second episode more easily. But let's start with the sound effects first. What kind of sound effects do you think will appear in the opening scene? Okay, let's go. Here, there's a scene that resembles a cowboy moment. And since these two kids aren't actually cowboys, the BGM in this scene is considered a trope. When the BGM mismatches with the scene to create a certain aura. Well, it tricks the audience into expecting something epic, but nothing happened. And it's indeed unique when this kid character is made to fall in love with Potemayo, who typically to be admired and adored. Yet, this kid is instead portrayed as if they are truly falling in love, and his crazy reaction can be considered as comedic juxtaposition. Because he is trying to change our perspective on Potemayo, who appears to be a mascot-like creature, something typically seen as cute and adorable, not something to fall in love with like this crazy kid does. Another interesting thing is shown this scene. When I watched it for the first time, I also wondered, wait, is this normal? Why is there no reaction from another characters? Because of the long setup duration, the concept known as absurd normalization successfully makes the audience speculate about what's happening in the scene. The humor comes from the audience's growing confusion and the delayed realization that something is actually wrong. And only after the punchline is delivered does the atmosphere of the scene begin to shift, as if it has returned to normal. It's allowing the comedy to flow naturally and become much easier for the audience to understand. Just like in this scene. And this scene becomes the climax punchline and the peak of comedy for the part story about the skirt. Do you think Gen Alpha can still relate to shows like this? Where the Riz flow uses slow burn comedy. It comes when the humor builds up gradually over time instead of delivering an instant punchline. Slow burn comedy is indeed similar to ASMR, where you can enjoy a scene calmly without rushing and making it feel more enjoyable. And this scene could be the next example. When Mikan is in the bathtub and remembers her friend's question about what she likes about Moriyama, she becomes lost in thought, revealing all the things she admires about him. She kept talking and didn't realize that a lot of time had passed. This scene uses excessive escalation comedy. You know, in most anime, when someone faints in the bathtub, they usually just rest on the sofa. But with the arrival of the ambulance and the neighbors, the scene becomes epic. Should I lie if I say that funny scenes like these often appear, especially to bring out the audience's emotions and develop Potemayo's personality on a deeper level? And then, while inside the mall, this kind of background music can be heard the entire time. Leitmotif is indeed used here to invite the audience into the story by listening to the music, just like the background music in a mall. Thank you for watching. You can leave a comment about which part you found interesting. I hope this video is helpful. See you in the next videos.